In this video, I will be showing you the 10 best Benny's vehicles in GTA Online. There is a lot of different vehicles on this list that I completely forgot existed in GTA, and with all of these vehicles being Benny's vehicles, just remember guys that there is a conversion price. I will be including the standard price of the vehicle and the conversion price, and along with that I will include the top speed. So without wasting any more time, let's dive into this video. Starting things off with the number 10 spot, we have the Sentinel Classic Wide Body. You can buy this vehicle for a price of $650,000, and on top of that price, it will also have a conversion price of $700,000. The top speed of the Sentinel Classic Wide Body is very fast at 127.25 miles per hour. And of course, with this being a Benny's vehicle, just like all of the other options in this list coming up, you can really have some great customization on these vehicles. If you guys are new to these sorts of Benny vehicles and all of these customizations, just remember you will have to buy the vehicle first and then have the conversion price to convert it into a Benny's vehicle. The Sentinel Classic Wide Body honestly feels great when driving it around the city. You will definitely feel the top speed of this vehicle. Along with that, the handling and traction honestly feels really good as well, and for a number 10 spot I would definitely say it is really good. I know a lot of people just think a number 10 spot is probably the worst on the list, but this is still really good for a number 10 spot. But now guys, moving over to the number 9 spot, we have the Sabre Turbo Custom. Now the price of this vehicle originally will cost you $15,000, which is up there with one of the cheapest vehicles in this list already, and even the conversion cost of this vehicle to make it a Benny's car is only just under $500,000. The top speed of the Sabre Turbo Custom will be 121.25 miles per hour. You can really make the Sabre Turbo look very unique. It can also have some of the lowrider upgrades as well, which can make it jump. I would recommend buying this vehicle if you guys are looking to get a Benny's car and not looking to purchase a car which will cost you so much money. Just remember you will also have to buy a bunch of different upgrades as well, so you will be saving some money with this vehicle. But now onto the number 8 spot, we have the Spectre Custom. The original Spectre will cost you just under $600,000, and it will have a conversion price to make it a Benny's vehicle costing $252,000. And the top speed of the Spectre Custom will be 121.25 miles per hour. So it has essentially the same speed as the Sabre Turbo Custom, but it will also cost you guys a lot more money. If you guys don't really like supercars or even sports cars, I would probably not pick up the Spectre, but if you guys are into them and prefer them to maybe the Sabre Turbo Custom and how that looks, then I would probably recommend this vehicle. Overall, I really don't mind the look of the Spectre Custom. For some reason, when I did the conversion, I feel like it changed the body of the vehicle and made it wider. I'm not really sure if this does this with pretty much any vehicle, but you guys can see it looks very nice. And with all of the Benny's upgrades and different customization options, you can really make this vehicle stand out. But once again, moving on to the number 7 spot, we do have the BF Weevil Custom. Now compared to the other vehicles I have showed you so far, the BF Weevil Custom is a lot different. I would say it's more of an off-road type of vehicle. The standard price of the BF Weevil will cost you $870,000, and it will have a very pricey upgrade cost or conversion price of just under $1 million. Now I would probably say the BF Weevil's best feature or the best part about it will be its top speed. Now as a non-HSW vehicle, the BF Weevil can actually hit a top speed of 137.5 miles per hour, and I believe this is one of the fastest, if not the fastest, non-HSW or special vehicle top speeds that we currently have in GTA Online. The customization of the BF Weevil Custom is just pretty much similar to any other Benny's vehicle. Now obviously the customization will stand out, and this really comes down to how the vehicle is and how it looks, but altogether I still think this is a pretty cool vehicle, and if you guys really like top speed in GTA Online, I think this will be a great choice. And this now brings us to the number 6 spot. This vehicle will be the Banshee 900R. The price of the original Banshee will be $105,000, and the conversion price will be $565,000. The Banshee 900R has a top speed of 131 miles per hour, which honestly is still very fast. I think by far my favourite feature about the Banshee will be the customization. Now I know this video is mainly to do with the Benny's upgrades and modifications and which cars are the best, but the Banshee can also have a HSW upgrade as well. Now I did try and merge both of these upgrades together, having the Benny's upgrades and also a HSW upgrade. Now maybe I did this wrong, but it didn't seem to count for me. If you guys have maybe done a similar thing and it actually worked for you, make sure that you leave a comment down below on how you did that. Along with the Banshee's top speed, it also has some of the best handling I would say in GTA Online. Obviously not very good compared to the open wheel vehicles of course, but compared to the Banshee's class, which I'm pretty sure is sports, I would say it is up there with the best. But moving on again, we do have the number 5 spot, and at this spot I decided to go with the 10F wide body. Now the price of the standard 10F will cost you just over $1.5 million, and to make it the 10F wide body you will need to pay an additional $575,000. I would say this is worth it. It really depends what you want to do with the 10F as a standard vehicle. I know a lot of people just like the original 10F and do not really want the wide body, but just remember with the wide body and it essentially turning into a Benny's car, you will have some more upgrade options or at least customization options, and it will obviously change the body of the car. Now in my opinion, I think that both the 10F and the wide body just look as good as each other. And just before we move on again, just remember the top speed of the 10F wide body is 128 miles per hour, so honestly not slow whatsoever. For our next vehicle in this list, we have the number 4 spot. This will be the Sultan RS. Now you really can't have the Benny's best vehicles without the Sultan RS included. I believe it was one of the first Benny's vehicles. The price of a standard Sultan will only cost you $12,000, but it will have a huge conversion cost of $795,000. The Sultan RS has a top speed of 117.25 miles per hour, but honestly it does feel a little bit faster sometimes. With all of the Benny's customization options for the Sultan RS, I think that you guys can make this vehicle honestly look so insane. I think one of the main features that sets the Sultan RS apart from the other vehicles in this list so far is most likely its acceleration. Along with this, it is also still a very fast vehicle overall, and it still looks incredible even now. And finally guys, we are over into the top 3 of this list, and taking the 3rd spot we have the Italy GTB Custom. The price of the standard Italy GTB will cost you guys just a little over $1 million, and it will also have a conversion price at Benny's of $495,000. Now the top speed of the Italy GTB Custom is 127 miles per hour, so it could be better and it also could be worse. It's honestly really not that bad, but I think the best part about the Italy GTB Custom is just the way it looks. I think this vehicle looks incredible, and I honestly prefer supercars a lot more than most vehicles in GTA Online, so to have a Benny supercar that looks like this, I think this is great. Now obviously this will be biased because I just prefer supercars. I know a lot of people like sports cars, even some classic cars as well, but for me I love the look of this vehicle. I also really like the handling and traction of the vehicle as well. This doesn't really surprise me though because it is a supercar, and for the most part the supercars in this game are pretty good with the handling and traction. Now overall, would I say this vehicle is worth it? Honestly, I would say it is not worth it. Just the price of this vehicle and honestly what you get customization wise, I think there should be more. If anything, a HSW upgrade to go along with this maybe, if that actually worked. But yeah, for the price, definitely not worth it. And this now brings us to our number 2 spot, and taking the number 2 spot we have the Nero Custom. The original price of the Nero will be just under $1.5 million, with an upgrade or conversion price at $605,000. The Nero Custom has a top speed of 127.25 miles per hour, and I honestly think this is one of my favorites in this whole list. The Nero Custom, like all of the other vehicles, has some great customization, but what I really prefer the most about the Nero Custom is the top speed, the handling and traction, and on top of this, just the way it looks as well. I think the Nero Custom is one of my favorite Benny's vehicles. It might even replace the number 1 spot sometimes, but the way I see this this Nero is sort of like an upgraded version of the Adder, or at least a more customizable one. You guys can see that you can make this vehicle look very nice, and I honestly love it. And last but not least, guys, coming in with the number 1 spot, we of course have the Elegy Retro Custom. Now you guys can pick up the original Elegy for free or just $95,000. It really depends on some different things like discounts, and I think if you guys have the premium edition of GTA Online or something, I honestly do not remember. But the conversion price of this Elegy Retro Custom will be $904,000, and it will have a top speed of 115.25 miles per hour. Now the reason I put this at the number 1 spot is first of all because of how it looks and just feels when driving this. I honestly think this is the best looking Benny's car in my opinion, and of course the handling and traction of the vehicle might be the best out of all of the Benny's vehicles I've tested so far. It is definitely close with the Nero Custom in traction and handling. I still remember when the Elegy Retro Custom was released and people could upgrade the original Elegy RH8. Just driving this thing for the first time, I was genuinely blown away of how fast it could take corners and just how the vehicle looked as well. In my opinion, this is probably the best option, even after all of these years. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on which Benny's vehicle you prefer the most. Also, let me know if I have missed any Benny's vehicles that you think should be in this list. There's definitely a few more Benny's vehicles I could have included. For example, the Comet Retro Custom, I was going to include this, however, I don't think you guys can actually just buy this anymore. I think it is one of them vehicles that Rockstar removed for some reason. But yeah, guys, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate your support. And if you guys are new here, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally, guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.